ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
Good morning, and welcome. Welcome to the Brand Momentum Morning Show. I am your host, Faith James, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and we will be exceedingly glad in it. So, how was the weekend? How was your weekend? Did you take some time to reconnect with yourself? Did you take some time to just to have a minute, a moment? Let me know. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's so important that that gets to happen for you. We just can't be running, going and not replenishing. Not replenishing gets us in danger. Not replenishing puts us in a zone for burnout. And you never want to be in that place because you can't create magic when you are burnt out. So we are continuing our reading. This is our last week. Can you believe it? Like April is done. Like we were just saying Happy New Year. And so just as a reminder that this will continue to happen, right? Time waits for no man. And it's important for you to decide that you're going to, as we say proverbially, grab the bull by the horn and decide that your epic life happens now. That it's not happening next week. It's not happening next year. It's not happening when, if, and then. It's happening right now. And you get to decide that. And whatever that looks like for you, as long as you're in forward momentum, as long as you are taking steps, though they may be small, but you're still taking steps to feel like you're moving into the direction of your epic life. That is the most important thing we get to do. So, Audacity to be Queen. If you have been following along with us, we have been reading from Gina DeVee's book. We're talking about the idea that your epic life is possible, that it's not just for the 1%, that whether you're thinking about your epic life in business or you're thinking about your epic life personally, with your family, with yourself, it gets to happen right now, like right now, in this moment. And we need to get out of this habit, this really dangerous cycle of putting things off, waiting. Tomorrow is promised to no one. Tomorrow is promised to no one. If this pandemic taught you nothing, please let it teach you that. Tomorrow is promised to no one. Did you guys watch the Oscars last night? Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, I was like, wow. This is the Oscar. You know, I forget where they were, what train station it was that they were in, but right, this iconic moment in culture has been, you know, reduced to a small gathering of the few. And that should be a moment for you to recognize that the show must go on. So take that as a teachable moment. The show must go on. And so the Oscars went on. And what are you doing about the show for you? The show for your life? Is a show for your life going on? Or are you being stuck waiting, making excuses. Oh, I didn't get this proposal out because the show must go on. Let's say good morning to the Momentum crew. It's always in the house. Good morning, beautiful Jacqueline. And I know you love to take time and reconnect to yourself. And Jacqueline went on a motorbike ride. That's wonderful. Good morning, beautiful Stelita. Thank you for being here. Marion, my love, good morning. Good morning. How are you? How was the weekend? Shout out to Carrie from Jamaica. How are you doing, my love? I'm so grateful that you're here. Beautiful Vivian, thank you for being here. Good morning, sunshine. How was your weekend? So today is Monday. It's the last week in April. As we look back, we pick from what happened, what lessons we've learned, what worked, take that forward, leave everything else behind. Be focused on the present moment now. Be visioning into your future. Stop living in the past. Whatever didn't work, that's great. Learn from it and keep moving forward. So we've been talking about gorgeous Brenda Swanson hanging out in Bel Air, just being super fabulous. How are you, my love? I sent you a text this morning. I don't know if you've gotten it. Yes, personally productive weekend. And yes, so my weekend, I did, and this is what I'm saying about it. It doesn't have to be like a big, massive production. So I did a facial scrub at home, just my, with my products. I did a clay mask. I did a sugar scrub, right? And let that sit on for, 10, 15 minutes or so. And then just relaxed. Did a little gardening with my husband. Like we're putting, oh my gosh, we've got this gorgeous black mulch that is like literally right now going on outside. And then my husband went and got some annuals that he's was already standing planting some of the baskets and putting like things in the shrub, the bushes. It's going to be wonderful. So we've been spending time doing that. But really, I did a little bit of work, but for the most part, I was relaxed. I mean, my to-do list, it's like she like stalks me and taunts me all the time. And I've been giving in up until now. I was giving in and feeling pressure like, oh my gosh, this, that. And I said, you know what? It'll be there tomorrow. It'll be there tomorrow. I just get to do what needs to happen right now. And the most important thing that I get to do for me is to take care of me. Because if I'm not well, right, nothing else is going to matter after. If you're not well, if you're not here, it doesn't matter. So we get to put that back in priority order. Yes. So good. Yeah. Some family night Sunday evening. Yeah. Even if you just make it like my husband and I, we have like movie night where we know we're like going to dig into Hulu or Netflix. So we saw this great promo coming up for Nicole Kidman. I think it's on Hulu, Nine Complete Strangers. So we looked at each other. We're like, oh yeah, we're going to watch that. So just have some little routines that you can set for yourself. Mud mask and then had a pool party. Love it. Good morning, beautiful angel. How are you, gorgeous? We're talking about the weekends and what we did and how we're taking time for ourselves or not. And that queens take time for themselves. Queens carve out time for themselves. And if that's a place that you haven't been comfortably, let today be a day where you try it out. I remember, years ago when I was living in Port St. Lucie, I don't know, maybe it was like 2014, 15, when I was wanting to play tennis, but I was like, I dare not play tennis on a Monday. Who does that? Like, it's Monday. You're expected to be like on the grind. And Jim said to me, he's like, well, why don't you just, shut down your schedule? And I was like horrified. I was like, close my schedule on a Monday. Are you crazy? I can never do that. Not only did I close my schedule for client work on Mondays, I also closed my Friday. So then Monday became Tennis Monday, and I would be at the country club with all of the ladies who lunch. I'm the only one who's like young and work, and everybody else is like retired and like living their best life. And I dared to decide that no, my epic life happens now. I dare, again, right? We're talking about the audacity to be queen. I had the audacity, the total audacity, that Monday morning for me represents tennis. It's not like, oh, I got to go do this. I got to go to work. Nope. Mondays, we're happy. We're at the country club playing tennis with the ladies. And that just really created a lifestyle for me to which I've become accustomed and taking it even to the next level. Like, do you see me today? It's Monday. You're like, why are you in sparkles, Faith? Because it's Monday and I can. Because my epic life is now, and my epic life looks like I wear sparkles on a Monday. Do you see my new glasses with the sparkles on the top? My glimmer. Ladies, the epic life starts now. Like right now, I want to be that model for you that you can reach out for and believe that it's possible for you. I never thought, because I was always like, oh my gosh, I got to do extra. I got to prove, you're always like doing and doing. It's like, no, just be. Just be. Nothing hefty on a Monday. I love that. Exactly. Anchor the week. Listen, frazzled is not a good look. It is so not a good look. And this is what I'm saying to you about the being. So if your energy is being frazzled and oh my gosh, when you reach out to a connection, when you reach out to speak to somebody about coming onto your podcast or doing a collaboration with you, they feel that energy because you're not being queen. You're being desperate and you're coming like, like peasant. Oh, please, can you do me a favor? Oh my God, I need that energy. You know how they say that sharks can smell chum in the water miles away? It's the same with the people. We're all energy, so we can pick up on the vibrations. If you have the gift of discernment, pray for it if you don't have it. I prayed for that, and let me tell you, my spidey senses, I can tell who is for me and who is not for me. I can tell who is of the Lord and who is not of the Lord right away. So you want to be. So when you're comfortable and you're confident and you're making those phone calls and you're just in your power, in your purpose, in your mission, in your vision, they feel it. Thank you, my love. It's my Swarovski. All Swarovski. All Swarovski. Mother's Day is coming up. Get your bling on. Everybody go to the Bling Your Brand group and go. I love it. Jacqueline says, because you're queen. Yes. And listen, and yes, I know that's also part of leadership. When you can gracefully acknowledge and receive a compliment, that's when you're being queen. Right? And exactly. And see what Vivian's talking about now is that harmony that we've talked about, because Vivian's in real estate. So weekends are, big days in real estate. So then you get to find that harmony. So if you worked weekend, then you get to come easy into Monday. And maybe you pick up again for Wednesday, Thursday, getting the open houses set, etc. Absolutely. Good morning, Mia, my love. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we are not wounded birds. Celita loves when I say that. I tell that to my client. You're not a wounded bird. Shake off that victim cloak, coat, jacket, wrap, sash that you've been wearing so well and so beautifully that you love. It's comfortable, because when you're in victim, people want to take care of you. Oh, poor baby. Oh, look at her wing. It's broken. What can I get you? Can I get you some soup? They don't see you as a leader. And this is the thing. You may be thinking like, oh, I get people to do things for me when I'm in victim. Oh, people do things for me. But that's not queen. You can't lead the kingdom that way. They're going to put you off in the annex room, bring you some soup and a nice blanket, and you stay there. Then other people take the throne. So if you're thinking that's going to be your path to the throne, let me just let me disabuse you of that notion right now. It does not work. We're not wounded birds. Yes, happy, beautiful, sparkly Monday. Do you? Let's read. So when we last left Gina, she was talking about whether you were in defiance or whether you were in compliance, and that the place really to rest is in alliance. So she had this really horrific situation with the book agent, and she just felt like not herself, and she was just taking it and taking it. And so finally she shifted. So now we pick up where that contract was done. Let me see. That contract was done. And here we go. One Saturday morning, and Sharon tag as well, please. Good morning, beautiful Brenda. How are you? Dropping off my car to fix, and they had a brand new. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The queen does not ask somebody to drive her to the dealership and then wait and take her back. They know queen gets a new ride so she can go on about her business. There's much to do in the kingdom. I love it. One Saturday morning, after the unnecessary wounds to my self-esteem had finally healed, I woke up, made my coffee, opened my journal. I was ready to get into alliance. This is where we get to be queens. Into alliance in my career. And for me, that meant I had to shift my energy internally. I decided that I was no longer available to be an unsigned author without a book deal. So you see what I mean? It's the intention. It's a declaration. It's the intention that you're saying, okay, right. This right here stops. This is no longer acceptable, because if you think about in your life, the things that have been persisting, whatever has been persisting in your life, you have come into agreement with it. You are saying it's okay, even though you may give lip service to your friends, your besties, and say, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired. How long has it been going on in your life, this thing that you're so tired of? A week, a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years? You're not tired of it. You like it. We get to be honest with ourselves, because we're fooling nobody. God sees and knows everything. We're not fooling him. So we get to be in alignment and also in alliance with ourselves. So she's decided, because before she was cool with it, it was okay to be unsigned and not have a book deal. There's a big difference between wanting something and becoming unavailable to not have it. So for me, I have decided, I have declared, I have decreed, I'm the CEO of me. This is who I am. This is where I will be. I am unemployable. It's just done. So what are you declaring for yourself? What are you willing to declare for yourself? Think about that as we read. There's a big difference between wanting something and becoming unavailable to not have it. In making that decision, I no longer listened to the words from that media agency that told me I wasn't ready or wasn't good enough. I stopped giving power to the disbelief that publishing a book was extremely difficult or only for a fortunate few. Instead, I took instant action on my new decision. This is possible for me. Momentum Crew, what is possible for you? You got to declare it. Using my superpowers, I prayed, dear God, how can I find a book agent now? I immediately remembered that a friend of mine in Brooklyn had recently landed an agent. I asked her for the introduction and sent my proposal off that day. Immediate action now, not one day in the sweet by and by, now. Later that afternoon, I heard back from the agent who said, your book doesn't call to me, it screams to me. Once she pitched my proposal, within 2 weeks, we had 7 meetings with top New York City publishers, and the following week, I proudly accepted the offer on my first book deal. As it turned out, I didn't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars working with an expert media consultant who clearly didn't get me or treat me well. I didn't need to waste hours researching thousands of options for agents, nor did I need to spend years rewriting my proposal. I just had to connect with other women How fabulous and how feminine. See, this is why the new program, the CEO Bootcamp and Mastermind Intensive, is so powerful, that is going to be off the chart. And if you're not in, you want to get in, you don't want to miss this. Because what did she just say? It's not about doing all of those things. It's connecting. It's connecting with her friend who had an agent, and she got the deal. So let me talk to you about connection. So one of our new board of directors is Lily Fournier. She was the executive producer for Quest, which was a program on PBS. And they did, shows from featuring the Dalai Lama to Archbishop Desmond Tutu, celebrities in between. She's on the board of directors. We had an email exchange over the weekend, and she is saying to me, let me see who else I can connect you with to also serve on your board for your CEOs who are going to be enrolling in the program. She connects me with David Meltzer. David Meltzer is a multi-million millionaire. He runs a company that is co-founded with Warren Moon. If you're not into football, go look up who Warren Moon is. They manage billions and billions of dollars of assets of brands in for celebrity music entertainment. So she connects us via email to David Meltzer and his team, and something to the effect, she said, hey, David, I just met this powerhouse woman. You get to know her, blah, 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 blah. I let you two connect. And then I wrote back and I said, thank you, Lily, for the connection. David, so great to meet you. This is my vision. And I told him about why I created the CEO Bootcamp and Mastermind, because it's all about connections. This is a shortcut. So go click on David Meltzer's Instagram. You want to see who he is. He's got 400,000 people following him on Instagram, and he's verified on Instagram. This is a man who's a powerhouse. Do you know what his response was? His response was, Blaine, let's see how we can accommodate this request. David Meltzer knows me from zero, doesn't know me from anywhere. This man is beyond successful reach, influence. And his immediate, like maybe within a 30-minute period, he himself responded to his team. Let's see how we can accommodate with this request. We have a phone call scheduled on May 4th. Do you think I just quantum leap to the front of the line? Yes, I did. How did I do that? Because of connection, because of the connection that I have with the people in my sphere, who then I just say, this is what I'm doing. And they open up their, oh yeah, I know so-and-so. How long would it have taken me to get to know David Meltzer? A long time. So this is exactly what she's talking about. Instead of trying to do it yourself and try to figure it out, get connected into the people who are connected, and they will connect you to the people for whom it makes sense for you to connect with. See that? Amazing. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Yes, Brenda, you are absolutely queen. Anything is possible. You just need to get it into your heart. Love, love, love. This is the key. Good morning, Dora. Thanks for joining, love. You got to have faith. You got to have faith and believe. So yeah, it's completely awesome. So because I'm in my energy, I'm in my leadership of this gets to happen for me. I am no longer available to be playing small. I am no longer available to not have my multi-million-dollar business scaling globally, internationally, so that I can get all the money that I need to start my nonprofit, which is advantagekids.org, a fully funded tennis program for underserved children. That gets to happen. And that gets to happen when I quantum leap my connections to the people who are already there, the people who already have the influence. That's how you get these things happening. So this is what she's talking about, right? She's no longer available, and she called a friend. That's connection. That's mastermind. Who do you know? This is what I'm doing. Who do you know? This is why this mastermind is going to be so powerful. Okay. She said the book screams at her. Okay, first book deal. As you can see, this wasn't an overnight transition. To this day, I am still uncovering new areas in my life where I've convinced myself something needs to be way more difficult than the universe intends. And despite popular misconceptions, it's not just in business. The latest, weight loss. Every spring I go on a diet. No, it's not a lifestyle change. It's a straight up, I've gained 20 pounds and want to look hot when I go to the beaches in Europe this summer. Specialized GDV weight loss plan. The logical masculine way of the world would say it's hard to lose weight past age 40, and my own experience reflected that. My status quo diet goes like this. Sometime in March, I embark upon my clean eating regimen of protein, veggies, small portions, and enough water to make using the restroom a part-time job. The first 5 to 8 pounds of water weight easily falls off as my liver delights to find me sipping kombucha at happy hour. And then, believing the realistic advice, I trudge and sweat and deny myself all the way down to the slow, hard path of shedding a pound here, 3 ounces there, plateauing here, and losing an inch if I'm lucky there. With a super restrictive diet and moderate workout plan at the speed of a caterpillar traveling through molasses, I lose my 20 pounds just in time for that Air France flight. I always feel proud of my hard work. I get myself looking much better in clothes. But as for that bikini body, let's just say Sports Illustrated hasn't called yet. I could have easily continued to tell myself I was already doing everything imaginable except daily 5 a.m. boot camps, and this was just as good as my body was going to get without enduring a lot more pain in the form of squat thrusts, jumping jacks, and a starvation diet. However, I sensed something else was possible. You get to say that. What else is possible for me? This year, I was determined to do things differently, the feminine way. So I prayed. Of course, it didn't take long for the universe to deliver. Over coffee, a friend happened to mention what a great experience she just had at the Hall Center. Acting on the divine guidance I received, I booked an appointment with the modern day wise one, Dr. Prudence Hall. We met in person at her Santa Monica office where she was present with me. She took the time to talk to me, ask me questions, get to know my health desires as true healers do. She then prescribed lots of natural remedies to balance my hormones and restore optimal health. Being in alliance with my body rather than in compliance with a status quo thinking that carrot sticks and kettlebells are the only way to go. I can report that within weeks, the weight slipped away healthily faster than ever. Same time frame, a less restrictive diet, and a different belief mixed with natural potions yielded 2.5 times the results. And I still got to enjoy the occasional pasta night. This is femininity. Major attraction power. Magnetizing your people to you, magnetizing your ideal life to you. Receiving miracles as a way of life. And big results accomplished from a pleasurable place. Healing your injured feminine instincts puts you into alliance with the universe and your epic life. This is where your true power dwells. Now that you have this awareness, you too will no longer need to resort to compliance or defiance. You get to get your needs met. Healing this wound is a process. So be gentle and loving with yourself and other women too. Again, read horizontally so you can see how compliance, defiance, and alliance look in day-to-day life. Okay, so get your journal and we're going to read across as suggested. So on a sheet of paper, you're going to have 3 columns: compliance, defiance, alliance. Let me know when you're ready. That's great, Lauren lost weight. That's good. Yeah, it's so good when we just can find what works and then get into the knowing that our body is our temple. It's the only one we have, and we get to honor it. That's great, Jacqueline. You guys ready? You have your paper, you've got your journal, you've got your 3 columns. Okay. So at the top, again, it's compliance, defiance, alliance. And then you're going to write these across. So under compliance, it's shameful. Under defiance, self-obsessed. Alliance is assured. So when you're in the compliance way of being, you're in shamefulness because you're not doing what the rest of the people said to do. You're not doing so you feel shame, you're in shame. When you're in defiance, right? Now it's about being self-obsessed. Self-obsessed. Me, I'm better, I'm greater, I'm this, screw everybody else. This is, it's me. Alliance is you're just assured. You're not stepping on anybody's toes, but you're good. Your stuff is good and you're just assured. You don't have to beat your chest. You don't have to say, oh, look at me. You're just assured. It's just that cool, calm confidence. Next row, easily embarrassed, you're in compliance. Harsh, you're in defiance. And confident, you're in alliance. So self-assured and confident are the two that we just said in alliance. Inadequate, you're in compliance energy. Defiance, you're feeling superior, right? Alliance, peaceful. You're just peaceful. Can't nobody steal your joy because you're not looking outside for people to tell you how it's going to go down or how it's going to be. You're coming from inside. So you're at peace. You're at peace with yourself. Unworthy, if you're in compliance energy. Entitled, if you're in defiance energy. Grateful. Grateful, if you're in alliance energy. The gratefulness is the power. You're just grateful. Gratitude oozes from you. If you are in compliance energy, you are codependent. You're codependent on your friends, your woman, your man, your people. You're codependent, victim, can't stand on your own, need other people. Defiance, addicted, right? And alliance, intact boundaries. No, Mondays are my tennis days. I do not take client meetings on Mondays. Intact boundaries. Nobody's dragging you hither and thither. You set your boundaries and you adhere to those. When you're in compliance energy, you're a warrior. Worry. Oh my gosh, I'm so worried. I'm worried. Out of control. When you're in defiance energy, you're domineering, just like elbowing, just not pleasant to be around. When you're in alliance, you set intentions. You're intentional. This is my intention that this happens. And when you are in 100% intention, it is my intention that this thing is going to go this way. That's your intention, right? You're not worrying about, I wonder, oh my gosh, am I going to have 20 people show up for my event? Or you worry. And then you're like domineering. You're like, you better come. You've been so lazy. You're not working. Get in here. You just set the intention. It's my intention that I have 20 ideal, wonderful women in the class today. It's such an easy place to be. You're in compliance energy when you need approval. Do you like this? Do you like me? Do you like how I'm doing? You right? You're looking for approval. Defiance, you're critical. Everything is a problem. Oh my God, look at her hair. Can you believe she wore that? That doesn't even match. Oh my gosh, I can't believe these people. Why do we have to wait for 20 minutes on this line? Like this should have been like, sort of, everything's a problem for you. And when you're in alliance energy, just intuitive, connected to source, divine downloads. When you're in compliance energy, people pleasing, all right, don't have to say too much on that. When you're in defiance energy, you're demanding, just tough to be with. And when you're in alliance energy, you are purpose-led. You are led by your purpose. So you're not hither and thither, as we say in Jamaica, not every drum pan that knock, you're going to dance. That means somebody says, oh, hey, over here, all over the place. No, you are led by your purpose. What are you here to do? What's the work that God gave you to do? That's how you move. Oh, I'd love to do that. However, that's not in alignment with my purpose. Are you saying those words? Are you doing anything? Or just because you want to be liked, you want to be loved, there you go, sponsoring this trade show again, which have nothing to do with what you're trying to do, but People pleasing, no bueno. When you're in compliance energy, you're indecisive. You can't decide which dress, the blue or the green or the red or the purple. What should I eat? Should I do the scrambled eggs or should I do fried or should I do like boil? When you're in defiance, you're inflexible. It has to be this way. My eggs get to be boiled at 2.2 minutes. That's it. Take it back. When you're in alliance, you're just open-minded. Just, hey, I was watching Good Eats last night. Yesterday evening on might have been National Geographic, one of those travel shows. And they were talking about all the different street foods from from Tokyo and Thailand and all of, China, all the different places. And it's just about being open-minded. Have you ever had octopus on a stick? Hey, why not? Give it a go. Never done your journaling, under a tree? You always have to do it in your office? I don't know. Yeah, let's go journal under a tree. Let's see how we feel. Open-minded. When you're in compliance, you are uncomfortable receiving. Oh, you shouldn't have. I'm not worthy. Why did you spend $50, on a bra for me? Oh, it's too much. I get my bras, 3 for $12. When you're in defiance, you're inconsiderate. You bought me a $50 bra? Oh, my bras are only $500. I don't wear it. It's La Perla or Bust Honey. I don't wear any of those things like this. Like, how could you even think of that? Oh, throw that away. Give that to the poor. Inconsiderate. When you're in alliance, you're gracious. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I received this. This is beautiful. It's so thoughtful of you. When you're in when you're in compliance, you're invisible. You're like in the furthest back part of the room. You have no words to say. Nobody can hear you because you're not opening your mouth. Invisible. When you're in defiance, aggressive, just too much, trying to do the most, way over the top. When you're in alliance, you're curious. So you ask probing questions. You're curious. You're not hiding and you're not blasting on the megaphone. You're curious. You're present. You're asking questions and you're listening, asking and listening. When you are in compliance, under earning. So if anybody within the sound of my voice, and those of you listening to the replay, tomorrow is the day you get out of under earning, because at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, Dr. Ken Colwell, PhD, Dean of the Business School of the University of Houston, Victoria, and I are doing a pricing strategy masterclass. It's free. I will be sharing the link again. You get to register for that and learn from the Dean of the School of Business how to price your stuff, how to claim your money, how to not be in under earning. Because it's that lack and that ignorance of, oh my gosh, if I do this price, then nobody's going to buy, nobody's going to come. Evidence, Louis Vuitton. The trunk clutch is $3,600. It is either for you or it's not for you. They set their pricing based on their strategy of what their brand is all about and who it is that they're trying to attract. They are not trying. Let me clue you in. They are not here for the masses. So that's a strategy. And where they do their marketing and their brand development, it's in the connected corners of those people for whom $3,600, it's like a casual bag that you take to the market. Evidence, the Hermes Birkin that can go for upwards of $300,000. So when we set these limits on ourselves, it's really such a travesty, because there's evidence out there in the marketplace that people are out there. The people are out there buying stuff. You just get to be aligned into what is the value. What is the value that I get to put into my products and services that lets you know this is why it's worth what it's worth? I sent an email out to my list last night, letting everybody know, putting everybody on notice. The Platinum program, which is now currently at $14,000 to work with me one-on-one for 6 months to have my agency do your entire branding for you. All you get to do is show up and approve stuff, is no longer going to be available at that price less than 48 hours now. and that in fact it's going to be double. So I want you to look at me and know where that's coming from is because what I'm giving, the value of my program is the most precious, priceless asset anybody can have, which is their time. I'm giving you your time back. Priceless. So when I say moving forward, if you want my agency to do your branding for you, 6 months, every and anything, like one of my platinum clients last night, I sent her a concept, which so good. It's the idea of it is it's a journal. So it's Toni Matson. She's the CEO and founder of Trinity Equestrian Center, and they do equine therapy for veterans dealing with PTSD. That is the mission. So she is very much purpose led. It's horses, human, and God. That's the whole trifecta. And so we came up with this idea of a journal, 365-day prayer journal that people who are themselves veterans, also for family members, can purchase this and gift it to a veteran, or a veteran can purchase it for themselves, or organizations can buy in bulk as a fundraising tool for her company because it's a 501(c). She didn't have to waste time trying to come up with that. That was not even an idea in her head. We get to do that because this is what we do all day long. You know, we're like always fully in divine downloads. So that idea was birthed. The team sent her a draft concept and it's done. And it's going to be fabulous. That's just one idea. We're working on her show, right? Her show launches on Memorial Day. So she didn't have to think about what to do, it just gets done. As a busy person her mission is so big, do you think she has time to waste to be fiddling with Zapier and email connections and APIs and codes and figuring out connections to email and Google Docs? Oh no, honey, she's got big things to do. So if you're like her, where you understand that you're purpose led, you don't have the time to waste for that. That is not where your zone of genius is. And for me, being able to give her back her time to do so much good in the world, that's priceless. Priceless. So if you're under earning today, go get registered so you can sit with the dean and learn how to price your stuff. It's a free masterclass. You want to get that. When you are in defiance mode, you're a taker, right? Take. Oh, give me this, give me that. You have nothing to give anybody. When you are in aligned, you see yourself as worthy. I am worthy to be paid $50,000 to do one-on-one work with me for 6 months. I'm worthy of that. Absolutely, no question. You get to be in that energy. And if you're not there, you get to come work with me and learn how you get into that energy. All starts in the mind. When you are in compliance energy, you're insecure. When you're in defiance energy, you're abrasive. When you are in alliance energy, you are certain. I am a child of the king. I govern myself accordingly. I am royalty. I am a queen. Certain. When you move with certainty, it's a completely different energy. Remember, the chum in the water. The sharks can smell it miles and miles away. You're walking around like a wounded bird. Oh my gosh, I don't know. They smell that. They take advantage of that. When you're in compliance energy, you're depressed. Your mood is depressed. I'm not saying that you're clinically, but your mood is depressed. When you're in defiance, you're self-righteous. I'm all that. I know better. I know best. Me. I'm. When you are in alliance energy, you're optimistic. When you're in compliance, overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. When you walk around and you're telling people, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh my God, I've got so much to do. They don't see you as a leader. They see you as somebody that they need to take care of. They see you as somebody that they need to find a path for you to go find a bed to lay down. They're not coming to you for the big things. So be so impeccable with your words. You're not overwhelmed. You're not a wounded bird. I'm so blessed. I have so many opportunities on my plate right now. I get to sit and figure out which one I should take on first, but I'm so blessed. I'm so overly blessed. You reframe. Don't ever use the overwhelmed word again. People will see you as wounded and that they need to take care of you. And then when they have their big things to do, they're not coming to you. Hear me. Because you can't handle it. Imagine if you were a CPA and you're like, oh my gosh, all of these, what do we call these things? These extensions. I've got so many extensions in these business clients and they're this, and then, oh my gosh. And then I've got these people with their, 1099s and I just didn't even know. I'm just like, oh, if I have a complicated S Corp filing that I need to get done and it needs to get right, because I'm not trying to have Uncle Sam know my name, I'm not coming to you. Because you can't handle it. You're going to make a mistake. And then Uncle Sam's going to know me by name, and then we're going to have a problem. So you're overly blessed. You're not overwhelmed. You're know-it-all when you're in defiance. Oh, everything's fine. I got it. Supported team. I can tell you this from firsthand experience. I used to be like, oh, me and God are a majority. Like I took pride, like, oh, I did it all myself. Nope. My team and I get support. So my team's doing work now while I'm on this show with you. I'm not thinking, oh, I gotta get off and do, right? You're supported. When you're in compliance, you're anxious, nervous, like just a breeze could come through and you're like shaking. When you're in defiance, you're tough. You're just like tough. Like anybody ever had tough meat? It's not a good thing. You don't want it again. And then when you're in alliance, it's energetic. You're vibrating high, you're on full throttle, but not like crazy. You're like, it's like when your phone's on fully charged. Your phone's not like acting crazy. When your phone is fully charged, you're like, yes, power and potential. I can go do my live. I can make some calls. I can do a couple of texts. I can go look at some things. I can create some stuff. I can go create my iMovie. I can create my Canva, right? Power and potential. Energetic. That's the same with you when you're high energy. That just means you're fully charged up. Doesn't mean you're freaking out. So just be careful of that. Compliance, overgiving. You're giver too much again, because it stems back into that, people pleasing. So you're overgiving. When you are in defiance energy, presumptuous. You just assume everything is for you. There's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about when you go to a wedding, don't just all of a sudden presume reserved seat at the front is for you. Do you ever think it might be for the bride's family? So there you go. Because you're so presumptuous, you just know it's for you. Sitting up there, they're like, oh no, I'm so sorry. You get to sit in the back. These are for the important guests that have just come in from out of town. When you're in alliance, you're generous. You're generous of your time. You're generous of your spirit. You're generous of your love. It's a big difference between being generous and overgiving. God called us to serve. He did not call us to be a martyr. Difference. Last two, when you're in compliance, you're scattered all over the place. You can't find anything. Your entire office is a wreck. Your file cabinets, a wreck. The drawers, nothing, scattered. Where did I put this? I can't remember. Oh my God. You're in compliance energy. Rigid. This fork goes here and no other place. Rigid. I don't rock with that either. When you're in alliance, integrated. Just everything's just coming together. It's like, yes, I know where this is, and it's just, it flows. Your whole system flows. Your life flows. Where are the keys? Okay, we have these things here. This is where the keys go, or the keys can go elsewhere in the cupboard, right? It's all integrated. Last, when you're in compliance, exhausted. Stop telling people you're exhausted. You know what? I get to take a power nap right now to regenerate some powerful brain cells so I can go rock out this proposal. When you are in defiance, it's competitive. You got to be better. Oh my God, they had 10,000 likes. Shoot, we're going to go for 50,000 likes. You're competitive. You're competitive with yourself. You're competitive with the people around you. Everything's competition. Nothing can be easy. Oh, she got a magazine cover. Yep, we got to go get a magazine cover. When a magazine cover was not on your marketing plan. But just because when you are in alliance energy, you are capable. So I always say to my clients, not because you can do something means you should do it. You want to do the things that are based on what? Your purpose. Be purpose-led. So yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see what Jacqueline says here. Only take appointments at my studio home because I don't want to sit at home all day waiting. I got things to do and places to see. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes. Queen. Yes. I love that. Keys to the queendom. Set the new intentions. It's on. This is what I keep saying. Life is the epic life starts right now. It's not tomorrow. It's not maybe in the sweet by and by. It's not nothing. It's April's gone. This is our last week. Let's finish April strong. If you're in network marketing, get your numbers in. If you set goals for April, get your numbers in. Yeah, you can't be gimme. Yes, you absolutely must know your value and you must be unapologetic about it. And so this is the key. When you can look God in the face, because this is the only person that you get to do this with. When you can look God in the face, like this is God right here. Is your stuff good? Do you know your stuff? Are you delivering transformational results? Then your value becomes priceless. When you know that you can deliver something that somebody absolutely needs, if they get that from you, their life will be forever changed. It is priceless. Think about in real estate, they say, oh, it's what the market will bear. That is why homes on the water, right? Right? Keep me honest, Jacqueline and Vivian, cost more because there is finite resource. We can't go make another ocean. It's the Atlantic, it's the Pacific, it's the, India, like the oceans are set. The earth is set. So there's a high demand for people, affluence and wealth, who want to get to live on the water. There aren't a lot of properties that have, let's even say 33, square feet of water access. Those cost more. Even when some of them may not be in the best condition, you're not paying for the structure because the land is on the water. Rip it down. It doesn't matter. This land is priceless and will continue to appreciate in value. Are you waterfront property? Are you waterfront property? You go to a hotel, ocean view. Why? Ocean views, it's just going to cost more. Are you an ocean view room? This is where you get to really sit into the knowingness of your value. You are welcome, my love, Stelita. I'm glad you are finding it valuable. Yes, amen, and always amen. Yes, I love it. The epic life is now. And so when you know that waterfront costs more, when you know that ocean views cost more, it's just known, right? There's nobody who's going to go back downstairs and go, I don't understand this. The views are completely different. Why is the price not, the same? No, it's because the views are different. Why the price is not the same? It's because I am steeped in all things branding, advertising, and marketing. Why my prices are where my prices are. It is because I am the recipient of the top 100 influencer in advertising and marketing. Why my price is what my price is. You guys get what I'm saying? That when you have your receipts, you have done the work. I have 25 plus years in advertising and marketing and branding, working for brands like IBM, Mary Kay, Lucent, Microsoft, Lindt Chocolate, Wendy. My client list is for the gods. It is for that reason, because of my experience, because of my knowledge, because of my transformational results. Evidence Jacqueline Young Landy. Right? Evidence Jill, who's been my client for 3 years, going, her husband's like, you're never not going to not work with Faith, just FYI. Because I deliver transformational results. Like, I'm not guessing, I'm not wondering, like, is this going to work out? My stuff is good. The work that I do is good. So you get to stand in that truth and be certain, be assured, and also be unapologetic. And you get to learn how, this is why the CEO Bootcamp is so good. How is it that from 2016 till now, I have gone from being a corporate person, identified as corporate, to now being the CEO of myself, and where I am today and where I'm going next. And you get to see and do everything that I'm doing. I'm literally in the CEO program. We open up the playbook. This is exactly what I use. This is what I do. It's not like, oh, you can do this, or you can do this. This is what I do. So your epic life starts now. You get to decide what you want to do about that. You get to decide if you are cool. If you're cool laying on, I tell you that story about the man with the dog, and his dog is howling, and he's like, this man walks up to him and says, what's the matter with your dog? Why is your dog howling so loud? And he's like, oh, he's just laying on a plank with some nails sticking out. And the guy says, well, why doesn't he just get up off the nail? Why doesn't he just move? He's just staying there laying, howling. And the owner goes, oh, because it's not hurting him hard enough. It's not hurting him hard enough. So he is okay. He is open and available to a certain level of pain, discomfort, lack of money, bank account at a certain level. You're okay with that. If something that you're not okay with is persisting for longer than 6 months, 3 months, a year, you're okay with it. But see, we get to be honest with ourselves. This is what I'm saying. When for me, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be a size 6 and I want to, but I wasn't like decided, resolved, doing the work, working out with any frequency, refusing to give up my, refusing to give up my love of bread, my love affair with pasta, then you're okay with it. You're okay being fluffy, Faith. Just be honest with yourself. And that's where we get to be. I get to be honest with myself. It's like, yeah, because if it was really a challenge for me, if I really felt that having a fluffy tummy was hindering me in any way, I would be on it. But I make allowances for it because I kid myself and go, oh, it's not that big of a deal. That's what you're doing. Oh, robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's not that big of a deal because my bills get paid anyway somehow. You're okay with that. But when you become decided, Gina shared in the book, when she was like, I am no longer available to be a person without an agent, without a published book. That was no longer available to her. And she took immediate action. So you get to take immediate action starting right now. Go into the CEO Bootcamp and get the help and the support that you need. Get the connections. More importantly, the mastermind part of this is gold. Because here's the thing. You can't just go Google Lily Fournier and get her connections. You can't just go Google David Meltzer and get his connections. You can't just go Google Hans de Graaf from the Netherlands and get his connections. Right? Sure. Can you go Google how to create a media kit? Sure. Can you Google how to write compelling copy? Sure. You can get the framework. You can't get the people. You can't go Google the people. You can't go Google the people for them to teleport to you their connections and their strategies for how your business can be. We're talking about quantum leap. When you go in the CEO program, it's about quantum leaping. This is not just like everybody who's in. Shout out to Angel, shout out to Juliet, shout out to Joe, shout out to Eileen. I'm missing somebody. I think Deb is going to do as well. Oh, and Melody is getting ready to be enrolled. Shout out to all of the really smart, savvy people who are taking action right now, because you understand it's not about the thing. The thing is not the thing. It's the connection of the people that are going to be connected to you, that are going to open up their connections to you and say, oh, I know a so-and-so who has a show that's looking for a blah. And I know a so-and-so that, my love, is priceless. And to be able to get in right now for only $5,000 and make a payment plan and start getting work done immediately, that's all I'm going to say. So go ahead and get yourself in. Yes, my love, your epic life starts now. Now. We kick off on May 3rd. I'm working right now on the timing. So we do Monday through Friday. So you get me, not this is not just like, oh, you're going to go read some stuff. We're going to be working together every single day. And then you have once per week, you're with the board of directors. I just can't even wait. Once per week, you're with the board of directors. And then every day we're working together. And then we're doing role play. And then we're doing master classes. So each of the coaches and the board of directors will be doing a live master class in a particular area that they're choosing to teach you, to work with you directly. And every day we get to work together. Every day we get to be in CEO mastermind, CEO morning mindset. And then at the end of the week, we're in the huddle. We're in the CEO huddle. We're in the roundup. What did you get done this week? What was in the gap? What was the thing that stopped you? What do we get to do differently? You get me. There's no other program other than what I'm telling you. This is why this is so important. If you're not in platinum, that's the only way you get to work directly with me. This is the second program where you get to have me every single day. So the choice is yours. Yes, the epic life starts now. Come through, Brenda Swanson. Yes. I love it. Okay, so I get to go move on to my next thing, which is getting the pricing strategy email resent, and I'm posting the link again for the free session with Dr. Ken Colwell. Again, this is just another gem, and I'm having a conversation with him. I'll report back about whether he's going to participate as one of the board of directors. I mean, listen, I'm only bringing in the big hitters, like, because it's quantum leap transformation. These are the types of people we get to be with. So go and check out where did I put that? Okay. CEO intensive. Right now, all you do is you put $250 down. Then we get you in a payment plan if that's required, if you want to pay the full pay, either way. But do the $250 now, so at least you're in. I can have the team start working out and getting your information set up for the program. May 3rd will be here before you know it. I'm so super excited. Love you guys so much. Thank you for playing full out for your life. Thank you for really acknowledging that your epic life starts now, and make a decision. Take a step today. Do something today that shows you. So whether it's like putting on your jewels, putting on your sparkles, putting on your like fancy earrings and take I don't care what you do. Do something that's going to shift the energy that you might think, oh, I'm just going to hold this off and do something else. Do something that you weren't going to do today. Go do it today. Do it now. Shift your energy. Put your mind on notice. Epic life starts now. Go hashtag that. I love you guys so much. Be well. Bye-bye.